The Hughes Safety Showers Group has designed and produced a range of decontamination units that can be quickly transported and easily erected at the scene of an incident. These highly stable shelters are used to decontaminate members of the general public as well as emergency services personnel and their equipment. All models in the Cupola range follow similar erection procedures and use the same ancillary equipment. In this demonstration, we're using the Cupola Decon 1 mass decontamination unit. It should be erected on level ground, upwind of the contaminated area and well away from the hot zone. The clearly marked entrance should face the hot zone and the exit should face the cold zone. Although various configurations are possible, a typical system includes 2 additional shelters, one for derobing and one for re-robing. These are erected separately at each end of the Cupola Decon 1. All 3 sections are then connected to create a single walk-through unit. There are 2 separate channels, one for males and one for females. A third channel through the center of the unit can be used for treating casualties who are brought in on stretchers, or it can provide emergency service personnel with access to monitor the progress of the decontamination. The standard showering unit can accommodate up to 8 people at a time and, if required, can be partitioned for 2-stage decontamination. A systematic approach to assembly ensures that the complete decontamination system is operational with the minimum effort and in the shortest possible time, typically under 10 minutes when set up by 6 people. Each item of equipment is laid out on the ground in its appropriate position. The Cupola Decon 1 is assembled first and consists of an air-inflated frame with disposable inner lining and an integral sump for collecting the contaminated wash-off to allow it to be pumped into a portable receptacle or reservoir prior to disposal. The frame is inflated to a pressure of 2 pounds per square inch using either an electric air inflator or a breathing apparatus cylinder. Once the structure takes shape and the pressure reaches the required level, a pressure relief valve is activated. Plastic floor panels are laid in the sump so that the casualties are not standing in the contaminated wash-off. When not in use, these panels can be stacked and stored, enabling them to be easily transported to the scene of an incident. For comfort and safety, floor matting is laid over the panels, making it easier for casualties to walk barefoot through the unit. To ensure thorough decontamination, shower nozzles are positioned overhead and at both sides of the casualty. If the showering unit is partitioned for 2-stage decontamination, 2 separate water feed pipes are used. The first can be connected to a twin-chamber inducer outside the shelter to introduce dilute detergents or other additives to the shower water in the first stage. The second water feed can provide pure water or can be connected to the second chamber of the inducer to add treatment additives to the final rinse. The derobe and re-robe shelters, which have been positioned at the appropriate ends of the Cupola Decon 1, are inflated in the same way. In this example, the derobe, being inflated now, is a 3-section unit, and the re-robe a 2-section. If more space is required for re-robing, a 3-section unit can be supplied, and similarly, smaller derobing shelters are available to suit specific requirements. Again, in the re-robing shelter, plastic floor panels are placed in the sump and overlaid with floor matting. A traffic light system can be fitted inside the shelter to tell casualties when to move into the next section. While the derobing and re-robing units are being inflated, the light can be connected to the external power supply and control box. Power is supplied by portable generator. Pole-mounted lights can be added to the system for use at night, and warm air heaters are available for the derobe and re-robe areas. Once the 3 shelters have been assembled, they are tied together using the straps on the vertical inflation tubes. This creates an exceptionally stable structure, capable of withstanding strong winds. For additional security, guy ropes can be secured to metal stakes driven into the ground or tied to immovable objects. Other models in the Hughes cupola range can be transported and deployed at the scene of an incident just as efficiently. Here we see the Cupola Decon 2 being erected during an exercise at a major international airport. These shelters are at the heart of the system, to which can be added ancillary equipment to suit particular requirements. The complete kit includes everything necessary to erect the decontamination shelters and to make them fully operational. The Cupola Decon 1 offers maximum flexibility without compromising the effectiveness of the decontamination process. It can decontaminate up to 300 people an hour and ensures a speedy, reliable and robust response to any incident.